If you want my opinion on the new BCB stove and the various fuel options, stay tuned. Most modern armies provide their soldiers with some sort of solid fuel stove. Although they're designed for boiling water or heating pre-cooked food, they are sturdy and easy to use. However, despite the fact that you can break and join tablets together, they're very difficult to regulate the heat. They're also very difficult to light under certain circumstances. The British answer has been to turn away from the hexagon stove and towards the BCB Gel Stove. The average soldier is issued with a cooker and 6 tablets. These tablets come pre-wrapped in a plastic container. They're a gel rather than a tablet. They can be used as a sanitizer for your hands, and unlike the hexagon stove, they're easy to light. They can also be put out more easily. To prevent the wind blowing it out, the stove is provided with a windshield. The stove can be used fully open or partially open when using the windshield. Recently, it's been possible to buy the gel in a squeeze-out tube rather than in a plastic container. I'm going to see if there's any difference in time, efficiency and fuel consumption when using the two types of fuel. To provide an extra layer of protection to the fuel bag, I'm going to keep it in a thick plastic resealable bag. We can see that a substantial quantity of the gel is unused. The time to bring the cup of water to a rolling boil was 4 minutes. So I'm going to let the thing cool down and then we'll try it again with the gel from the pouch. The gel has solidified and can be left in the stove, and it can be relighted. However, you can see the flame is very difficult to see even in reduced light conditions. I'm going to complete the experiment as accurately as I can with first of all the same amount of water and then the same amount of fuel measured out of the container. I'll note the time and then wait to see what happens. Again, after 4 minutes, we're back to a rolling boil. So the fuel, regardless of source, is equally good. Okay, so after the test, what's my opinion? Well, it does the job it's designed to do. It boils water and it heats pre-cooked food. And it does it efficiently. It's easy to light, and the windshield means you don't have to make your own out of an old drinks can. The pre-prepared sachets are the most expensive option, but they are easy to store and safe to transport in a backpack or pouch. You can blow out the flames and use the remaining fuel later. Sometimes it is difficult to open the sachets with cold or wet hands, although it's easy enough to do this if you have a knife handy. The 200 milliliter pouch contains the same quantity of fuel as the 6-pack, but it's kept in a more liquid form. Although this is a little bit more difficult to store and transport, it is cheaper and it does allow you to regulate the quantity of fuel that you put in the burning pan. So this will help to keep costs and usage down. The fuel in the pouch can be decanted down into smaller containers as required. As the fuel is burnt in a burning pan and doesn't drip onto the ground, it has a lighter footprint than many of the traditional issue stoves and is less likely to burn the grass or ignite peaty soil. However, a proper camping stove, or better still a chemical heater system, would be safer in many dry areas. It is a good lightweight emergency stove that is small enough to be an everyday carry, but it is efficient enough to be worth carrying, and it's easy to use without much skill. A big thank you to everyone who watches, comments and hopefully subscribes. So get out there, get your stove on, make yourself a hot drink. You know it makes sense, it'll serve you well.